Gituku is now joining us from Kiambu. Sam, good afternoon. It's good to see you again. What's the latest from where you are?
Good afternoon, Trevor. It's indeed good to be seeing you this afternoon once more. And so far we've been to a few constituencies, and what we're hearing is that the polling continues in most parts of the county. Of course, we're talking about several constituencies. And where I am now is Kibiku Primary School, which is within Kabete constituency. And what they are voting for, there are three positions. That is the position of governor, then there's the position of woman representative, and the position of member of county assembly. And this is because for the position of the constituency member of parliament, there is no contest, and so James Kamau has not been opposed by anyone. Therefore, he is likely to get the ticket unopposed. And of course, what we understand is from where we are, it's just one stream of voting, and so far they are telling us that they were able to open as early as 8 a.m. Yes, they had received several materials by 6 a.m., but because of preparations for voting, that's why they were able to start at 8 a.m. So they have been voting, but the turnout has been pretty low. We understand that out of registered voter population of 2,200, they have only served about 200 people who've made their way here. So they have to come here, present their identity card, their name that is on the ID card is checked against the register, and then if they are clear, then they will be in a position to get that opportunity to vote. But we have also been tracking the movements of different candidates, especially for the governor's seat. Earlier on in the Royal constituency, we were able to interact with one of the aspirants, Muturi Mungai. The other name is Wanduthi, and he was talking about the challenges of the delays in starting the polls. Of course, at that primary school, by the name Kwehota Primary School, at that time, they had not received the poll materials up until about 11:30. So by the time we were leaving, that's when they were starting to cast their ballots. But the other question that we have also been following is where the other candidates are. We understand that Patrick Wainaina has already cast his ballot within Thika Town constituency. He has spoken to the media. He has been complaining about the low voter turnout, but also that his name on the ballot appears just as Patrick Wainaina, with leaving out his other alias name, that is Jungle. So he's saying that that's to his disadvantage. But he's also saying that despite the challenges that very many polling stations have experienced, there should not be additional time being allowed just to ensure the integrity of the process. Where we are at Kibiku Primary School, we're still expecting Senator Kimano Matangi to be making his way here to cast his ballot, but we also understand that one former governor, Ferdinand Waititu, has gotten an opportunity to cast his ballot within a polling station that is near Wangige Market, and of course he has had his say just to encourage people to come out and cast their ballot. So contrary to some other parts like Juja constituency, which has had quite a high voter turnout, we don't see that on this other side. But also something that is coming out of this exercise, Trevor, yesterday we were told by the National Elections Board that they will be using the voters register as part of the membership of UDA. What we understand is that many of the registers that are being used from the RABC, the 2017 register, there has been complaints by some saying that they are not finding their name on the register, and some of the explanations have been that the 2017 IBC register is obviously not updated, especially for new voters who may have enlisted themselves between 2017 and now. So that's one of the questions that we'll be posing to the various officials of UDA, National Elections Board, on the particular register that is being used for the nominations. But also, if you may allow me, I may speak to one of the agents who has been here following the process. Please come over. So that at least to first, what's your name?
My name is Frank.
Mm-hmm. What has been your experience monitoring this exercise?
Okay, it's been awesome, but kind of not. It's not what I expected.
Why?
I expected some intense kind of work because of the voters turnout, but now the turnout is low. So we've been like not working for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Of course, that's just one of the agents. There are many representing the various candidates, whether you're talking about the governor's seat or the woman representative seat or even the MCA. But like I told you, Trevor, this is pretty contrary to the other constituencies, whether you're talking about Roiro, whether you're talking about Juja, where the voter turnout has been quite high. And of course, many people complaining about the time for opening and obviously queuing continuing to wait for the opportunity. We'll be sure to come back to you as soon as we cite Senator Kimano Matangi, who will be coming to cast his ballot at this particular polling station, so that we can also hear what his concerns are about this exercise that has largely been peaceful, yes, within Kiambu County, but some issues here and there, and especially because of the late opening and the question of the register that is being used to identify voters in this particular county. Trevor.
Thanks, Sam. That's Sam Gituku speaking to us from Kiambu. There seems to be relative tranquility where he is, but in Nakuru we seem to have seen a bit of movement here and there. There's still very heavy security presence there.